Welcome everybody to Minneapolis Institute of Art. First of all, we're going to look at this work. That is the death of Germanicus. But first, before we look at this art, we're going to see who Nicolas Poussin is. Nicolas Poussin was a French Baroque painter. He was studying in Rome, but at the same time, he was also working for the French. And this was one of his first paintings that actually became a masterpiece. Why? Commissioned by Cardinal Barberini in 1627, it's oil and canvas. We can see here Germanicus. That is a little bit of history. Germanicus, from Rome history, he was the general that was poisoned by his dad, his adopted father, the Emperor Tiberius. And we see here that he's on his deathbed, and next to him is her wife, that she's crying, and here are all of his friends that are like the generals of the army, and like the one he's carrying the banner and everything. So basically, what is he trying to say to us? He's trying to say that Germanicus, that is about to die, he is telling all his friends to avenge his death, basically to kill his father. And we can see how he's encouraging his wife and telling her like to don't cry for his death. But also we can see the heritage that Poussin gave us. For the next 2 centuries, this deathbed scene was the deathbed scene that many other painters took, because it's very impressive to see all the colors, also like chiaroscuro, you see all the background, the shadows and everything. You don't have here like a golden ratio basically going here, or you have other one going here, here, or here. But like the focus is not basically on the golden ratio, but on the character. And we can see the colors, contrast of colors. First, we see all these areas that are black, and suddenly we see something white here in the middle. So it's like the colors, the contrast of colors that give our sight and guide our sight to this point of Germanicus and his death, no? So this is the first painting. Let's go to the second one. The second one, we're going to the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. And this one has many names. One is the abduction of the Sabine women. The other one is the rape of the Sabine women. The other one is the kidnapping of the Sabine women. And many painters paint this and everything. But we're looking more in this one, that is Poussin, from 1633 to 1634, oil and canvas also. So first, what do we see here? This is a myth from Latin, obviously Latin literature, that it says that when Romulus founded Rome, they had like a bunch of men, but they didn't have women. So they were struggling to grow the city. So what did they do? They organized a festival to the god Neptune. And what did they do? They invite all the people from a lot of towns and cities. So when they were there, everyone was like in this festival, in the party. Romulus gave a signal. He lifted his cloak, and he started doing movements with it. And at that very moment, all the Romans start to kidnap all the Sabine women. So you can see all this here in this painting. But the impressive thing of this is basically that he depicts everything in a way that there is a bunch of detail in a scene like this. You can imagine just a scene of being kidnapped by a bunch of men and all the dirt and the other things that are going on and the horse. But you can see all the details. You don't see anything that is like disturbing this. Everything is clear. Anything is blurred. Everything is clear. But the good thing about this is that if we follow it, we can see how. We can see how the golden ratio goes to these points. And this is 2 things. First, we can see the movement of his cloak, where he's like, Romulus is doing that movement. But also, we can see the hand of this lady that has been kidnapped by this Roman, pointing up. And then if you follow that line, we can see this other lady with the same hand pointing up. And if we follow that, we can see this Roman pointing up to this part. And if we follow this line, we can see that everything points to this area of the painting. Why? Because Poussin, he uses a linear perspective in this first scene. He depicts all these first characters in the first line, so we can point our view down here and then up here to this hand, and this sword is pointing also to that point. So he uses linear perspective to guide our view to this area that actually is nothing. But it's the way he's doing that. Why? Because he learned that in Rome. with all this, the academies and things that were going at that time. So basically, this is a painting. We can also see the horse, and you can see the details that are on this horse, even if it's in the background, like the detail of his the mouth and everything, the hair, and all these colors, especially the blues that are in the picture, are also guiding us to this point, because are only in these areas of the picture. So they're guiding us over here. And then you can see that the only one that is wearing red is Aurelius Romulus. Yeah, because he is like the emperor, so he is like the red is distinguishable for the kings. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. See you in the next mock tour.